Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the future with our video titled 2050 Tech Predictions Reality Check. What will our world look like in just 26 years? Let's explore some bold predictions and see how realistic they really are. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your name, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into the future, like way into the future, to talk about tech predictions for 2050. We're talking flying cars, AI taking over the world, the whole 9 yards. But here's the thing, how much of this is actually possible in just 26 short years? We're going to break down some of the biggest predictions, look at the tech that's actually in development right now, and see if 2050 is going to be as futuristic as everyone's saying. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's dive into the future of tech. First up, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, artificial intelligence. By 2050, experts are predicting that AI will be everywhere. I'm talking personal assistants that actually understand what you're saying, AI making major business decisions, basically running the show. Now, we already have AI in our lives, right? I mean, the algorithm's basically choosing what I watch on YouTube half the time. But to go from that to full-on AI integration is a whole other level. The big question is, how realistic is this? On the one hand, AI development is moving crazy fast. We've got self-driving cars, facial recognition, algorithms that can write you a song in like 5 minutes. So the tech is definitely there. But there are some major hurdles we gotta think about. First off, ethics. When AI starts making decisions that affect people's lives, who's responsible? Do we trust AI to be unbiased, to make the right call? These are questions we're already grappling with, and they're only going to get more complex. And then there's the whole job displacement thing. If AI can do your job better, faster, and cheaper, what happens then? It's a tough conversation, but it's one we need to have. Some experts say AI will create more jobs than it takes away, which, okay, I hope so. But even if that's true, it's going to require a massive shift in how we train people for the jobs of the future. So, yeah, AI in 2050, totally possible, but it's not just about the tech. It's about how we adapt as a society. All right, let's talk about getting around. I'm talking flying cars, hyperloops, the whole shebang. Imagine this. You hop into your self-driving car, it lifts off vertically from your driveway, no more traffic jams, and zips you across town in minutes. Or maybe you're traveling long distances in a hyperloop pod, rocketing through a vacuum tube at hundreds of miles per hour. Sounds pretty wild, right? But is any of this actually feasible by 2050? Well, the good news is we're already seeing some serious progress. Companies like Joby Aviation and Lilium are testing out flying car prototypes, and they look surprisingly legit. And then you've got companies like Virgin Hyperloop actually building out test tracks for their Hyperloop systems. So the technology is definitely moving in the right direction. But here's the catch: infrastructure. We're talking about completely rethinking how we design our cities, our airspace, our entire transportation network. For flying cars, we'd need dedicated air traffic control systems, landing pads everywhere, not to mention figuring out regulations and safety protocols. And for hyperloops, we're talking about massive construction projects, tunneling underground or building elevated tracks across vast distances. And then there's the cost. These technologies are expensive to develop and even more expensive to implement on a large scale. So while the idea of zipping around in flying cars or hyperloops is super exciting, the reality is that it's going to take a massive investment of time, money, and political will to make it happen. Okay, let's get real for a second. The future of our planet depends on us figuring out this whole sustainability thing. And by 2050, the goal is to be relying heavily on renewable energy sources. No more fossil fuels, no more polluting the planet. But can we actually pull it off? The good news is that renewable energy is having a moment. Solar panels are getting cheaper and more efficient, wind turbines are popping up everywhere, and even wave energy is starting to make waves, pun intended. We're seeing a global shift towards cleaner energy sources, and that's definitely a step in the right direction. But here's the thing, it's not just about switching to renewables, it's about completely rethinking how we consume energy. It's about building smarter grids that can handle the fluctuating nature of solar and wind power. It's about developing energy storage solutions that can store excess energy for when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing, and most importantly, it's about global cooperation. Climate change doesn't care about borders, so we need countries to work together, share technology, and invest in a sustainable future. It's a massive undertaking, but it's one we can't afford to ignore. Alright, let's talk about the final frontier, our own bodies. By 2050, some experts are predicting major breakthroughs in biotechnology, things like personalized medicine tailored to your exact DNA, gene editing to cure diseases, even life extension technologies. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but how close are we to making this a reality? Well, the field of biotechnology is absolutely booming. We're already seeing personalized medicine being used to develop targeted cancer treatments, and gene editing technologies like CRISPR are showing incredible promise for curing genetic diseases. So the potential is definitely there, but with great power comes great responsibility, right? Gene editing raises a whole host of ethical concerns. Do we have the right to alter the human germline, potentially affecting future generations? And what about access to these technologies? Will they be available to everyone, or will they only benefit the wealthy? And then there's the question of life extension. Living longer sounds great and all, but what are the implications for society, for the planet? These are questions we need to be thinking about now before these technologies become a reality. So there you have it, a glimpse into the future of tech in 2050. From AI and automation to transportation, energy, and healthcare, the potential for innovation is mind-blowing. But as we've seen, it's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it, how we address the ethical challenges, and how we ensure that these advancements benefit everyone. What do you think? Are you excited about the future of tech, or are you a little bit terrified? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. In conclusion, while many of these predictions for 2050 are exciting, they come with challenges that we must address today. What do you think? Will we see these technologies become a reality? Let us know in the